Let's take a look at another sample problem. This problem again is from monohybrid crosses. This is sample problem 3. Let's find the important information. In this problem, I'm asked to write out the phenotypes. Write out the phenotypes for a cross between a homozygous tall plant and a homozygous short female plant. Okay. I know that tall is dominant over short. So I'm going to use the letter H for height, tall being a capital H, lowercase h being the short allele. Step 1, all set. I've gone through, I have my allele key. Now I know from this problem that both of these parents are homozygous. So the phenotype tall crossed with a short, the genotype of the tall plant is homozygous tall, making it capital H, capital H. The phenotype of the other plant is short, and it's homozygous short, so its genotype is lowercase h, lowercase h. Now I'm going to segregate out the 2 copies of the allele so that this parent could either donate a capital H or capital H, here a lowercase h or a lowercase h. Now I need to go ahead and set up my cross. I'm going to list one parent across the top and one parent down the side so that I have a 2 by 2 box. Now I'll go ahead and carry out my cross. So what are the phenotypes for this cross? The F1 results, okay, these are my F1s here, the children of the parent cross. The genotype is 100%, capital H, lowercase h. Genotype is written out as the actual alleles. The phenotype is 100%, heterozygous, tall. Can we take it a step further? Now I want to cross the F1s with each other. Well, my F1s that I just decided upon are capital H, lowercase h. Crossing them together means that I'm going to cross 2 of the offspring. Okay? These are my genotypes. Capital H, lowercase h, capital H, lowercase h. Now I need to go ahead and separate out my alleles to make my gametes. Remember that in each egg or each sperm, I only want 1 copy of each trait. So I don't want both of these H's in an egg or a sperm. I only want 1, and that's accomplished through meiosis. So this sperm could have a capital H, or it could have a lowercase h. Those are the 2 options. When this parent here makes eggs, the eggs could either have a capital H or a lowercase h. Those are my 2 options. So now let's do our cross. I'm going to put 1 parent across the top and 1 parent down the side. Now I'm going to carry out my cross. Remember, the capital letter always goes first by convention. And let's take a look at the results. Let's start with this box right here. What does this offspring look like? Recall that these are now the F2s, the products of crossing in 2 F1s. So this child here, this offspring here, has the genotype capital H, capital H. And that represents 25%, or 1 out of my 4 boxes. The phenotype of that is tall. So I have 25% that are homozygous, tall plants. All right, let's look at this box right here now. And you'll notice that the same thing is found in that box. There's my heterozygous offspring, and 2 boxes, or 50% of my offspring look like this. Therefore, I have 50%, which are heterozygous, but note they still look tall. So all in all, I have 75% of my plants, of my offspring, are tall. Finally, this last box here, lowercase h, 1 out of my 4 boxes, or 25%. And that 25%, that lowercase h, is homozygous short. Because being short is the recessive trait, the only way to show that recessive trait is if you're homozygous for it. Now, in this problem, you've taken parents and crossed them to produce F1s. You've then taken the F1s and crossed those with themselves to produce the F2 generation.